Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Mr. Greatness. Alright, as we mellow out, if any of your businesses or people that has small businesses or mid-level businesses want to advertise on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Definitely, you can send us an email and someone in our office will definitely contact you to set that up for you. Again, that's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Same email if you want to make a free offering to our PayPal account, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And we have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. You'll see other links, so you definitely can support us that way. And we do have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube, digital artwork, and we do consulting services as well. That's www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. And we on rumble.com. You just type in the Oracle 19, and there you'll find our platform there. Again, that's rumble.com. And again, the Oracle 19 radio. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. There you'll find a whole wide range of products. That's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, jewelry, artwork. What we have, and then house products. We definitely have a lot more to offer you, especially going towards the spring. So you'll find a lot of our spring collection. www.evolutionoflondon.com. And also www.evolutionoflondon.org. There you'll find custom clothes, accessories, digital artwork such as ebooks for personal as well as business use. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, STORE. You'll find lotions, soaps, games, more clothes, much more. So, evolutionoflondon.store. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, vanilla, rose, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order, email royalty9international@gmail.com. And you can also find them on social media. That is Instagram and TikTok, Royalty9 International. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. He have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, support him. Like, subscribe, and share. You will see his other social media sites on YouTube. Again, Cheap Limousine channel. And continuing to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. We have over now 710 shows and rolling along. From shorts, we have news there on the channel, and so many different videos and again shows That is definitely informative. So subscribe to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And if on the same page, you can scroll down of the Greatness 19 channel, you will find Mr. Evolution of London, which is our health and wellness channel. I need your guys to also, the ones that are subscribed to both of those channels, Mr. Evolution of London, as well as the Greatness 19, double check to make sure you are subscribed, and also click on the notification button where every time you get a video, you will get a notification on your laptop or your phone. So I need your guys to double check to make sure you are subscribed, and also make sure click on the button for notifications for the Greatness 19 channel as well as Mr. Evolution of London. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. Again, that's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And also support his merch, www.wjaccessories.com for custom clothing, accessories, and digital products as well. WJA Accessories. Cindy's Place. She makes custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. Her website is www.cindysplace.org. Again, that's www.cindysplace.org. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ, so if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. Again, that's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO, 519@gmail.com. And I also need y'all guys to like, subscribe, and share on his social media platform, DJ Panthro 519 on YouTube. You can also find him on Instagram and TikTok. The first TikTok platform is DJ Panthro, and also you can find him at his bonus platform on TikTok, which is The Real DJ Panthro. Again, that's The Real DJ Panthro. Again, DJ Panthro. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for podcasters, and Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Both of those are on YouTube, of course. Rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19, and finally www.theoracle19radio.com. All right, well, as usual, I always give my perspective for different topics. Some topics will be triggering, of course, if you check out the history. Again, it's over 365 shows, so I have a lot of content. This is our third season, I believe, third year. So I have a lot of information. So I need your guys also, and I talked about this on different shows. Go back in time, check out all the old footage, old shows, because again, there's a lot of different topics. I just don't get on one particular topic, women and men or relationships. It's a lot of information. You can see, when you go through it and scroll down, you'll see it's well balanced. Today's topic is, what is the difference between physical warfare and spiritual warfare? Again, what is the difference between physical warfare and spiritual warfare? Again, in this day and time, especially you men, and especially men, but women of course as well, you have to know, I will say, the art of war. The difference with spiritual warfare and physical warfare is different, but it's one and the same, and you need to have both in this day and time. Physical warfare, what are you preparing for? That's the question probably people will be asking. Well, when you leave your house, and again, this is why I stress with war, because men, especially with men, because they have to be able to protect their families as well as themselves. They usually the first line of defense in terms of protecting themselves and loved ones. That's why I really gear towards the men, but ladies, you still have to have that as well. We in a dog-eat-dog world, as you know, especially here in North America and European nations, is a capitalistic society, despite maybe government telling you otherwise. So you have to be prepared for any potential physical harm to you. And that could be on the level with individual human beings in the streets or government per se. So I know it's a lot of mumbo jumbo, but walk with me. At the end of the show, it will be clear to you. Physical warfare, preparing your body. I can't stress this enough, and I mentioned this on other shows about being in shape, taking care of your body. Very important, because you might have to be in defense mode, protecting yourself and family. This goes for men and women. For men especially, physical warfare is very important. You need to be in shape. And I'm going to get to the spiritual side as well. But physically, you need to, we don't need to be an Olympic individual or a professional athlete, of course, but being able to defend yourself. This is a cold world. This is knowledge that you can see in front of you when you watch the news and you see just people, human beings just deleting each other, just for nothing, just because you stepped on their shoes, or as a matter of fact, not even stepping on their shoes, just looking at them can be a murder, death, kill if you're not careful. So again, you have to prepare your body, prepare your mind for anything. Once you leave your house, anything can happen. So Lord forbid that you have to be in defense mode and protect yourself, but you should. You should know how to throw a couple of hard punches to get a person off of you. And again, people say, "Well, I don't have money to go to the gym." You can work out at home. Really, it's not an excuse. I know it's busy. Everybody's busy. Heck, I'm busy. My life, I'm very busy. But you can still invest 5 minutes of your time in the morning or at night or in the afternoon. Invest 5-10 minutes of your time to do the basic stretches, the push-ups, the sit-ups, so to keep your body in order just in case you have to defend yourself. Again, physical warfare. Because your opponent, your adversary, when they trying to delete you, you have to be able to defend. You can't be just saying, "Hey, buddy, wait a minute. I haven't worked out today. Let's start this up in about a week or two." And you have to be able to defend. Physical warfare is important. Is very important, and especially in this day and time where I'll say the powers that be allegedly want you to be not physically fit. They don't want you in reality to be able to defend yourself. Basically, they want you to be they. I talked about who is they in the previous shows, but I'm not going to get into all of that. I'll let you figure out they, who they might be. Want you to be a sheep. It's easy to control. Because you look at it like this. We as citizens, we are defenseless. The bad guys they have the weapons and they coming after you because you have and they the have-nots, and they want to rob you. They have the guns and the knives. They don't care about the laws. They out here in these streets trying to get what they can get. So physical warfare. How can you protect yourself? What channels are you positioning yourself? What strategies, I should say, you doing to protect yourself and your loved ones? What are you putting in place? Have you really thought about what you have in place in your house to protect yourself? Let's think about this. Speaking of like households, let's say, God forbid, somebody breaks into your house. Do you have any defense mechanisms around your bed, underneath your bed, in a corner, somewhere in the house to defend yourself? Something you could pick up quick. I'm not going to tell you what you should have. I'm just asking a question. Have you thought about it? Let's say, for example, do you have certain things, and I'm using these words you could figure out, sprinkled around your house. Let's say an intruder come into your house and you're not in your bedroom to get that thing. What do you have, let's say, in your living room or your dining room or your bathroom? Maybe you're in the basement. Do you have something in the basement? You hear something upstairs. Can you get something in the basement to help out your situation, to defend yourself? The moral of this story is you should have certain things sprinkled in your house to be able to defend yourself, because you might not be in your room. So you should have things. Things is very important. Things can save your life. Things are part of physical warfare. Just saying. And you might think, in your mind, things, you might think, and I'm thinking one thing is the trigger of God. No, that's not what I'm only talking about. The trigger of God is not something that the only thing you should have necessarily. Is other things that you should have to be able to defend yourself if necessary. And I leave it up to you, because it's a case-by-case situation. And again, only you know what's best for you. It's all part of physical warfare. And this time, and especially in this day and time, is essential that you protect your home and prepare accordingly. my opinion. So that's just phase one, physical warfare. And I think men and women, I was going to say men or women, but men and women, no disrespect there, but men and women should have things to protect themselves and things maybe on their persons. Things. Things could be small items to large items, but things. That's all. Things could be a cell phone. Things. Y'all guys have to figure out what things is good for you to protect yourself. See, I don't want to say these things because, again, we're on social media and certain platforms. If I break down what things, that can flag me, and you know, that's just, it's not a good look. It seemed like I'm promoting violence, and I'm not. I'm just saying you should have things. Things is important. That's how, you know, things. You have to know certain words, guys, in life. You can think whatever you want to think. People can assume, but I'm just saying things. Things is very good. So, physical warfare is very important in this day and time, and you should be able to protect yourself accordingly. It's essential. Now, spiritual warfare goes hand in hand, and a lot of people underestimate the spiritual side of life because people can't see. They say, I can't see, I don't know. Spiritual, it gives you, in my personal opinion, balance. It's like you need the physical side of things as well as the spiritual side of things. That's balance. It's like an egg without the yolk. If you have an egg, you definitely want to make sure yolk is in the egg, because if there's no yolk in the egg, what's the purpose of the egg itself? Just a shell. And that goes hand in hand, in my personal opinion, with the physical side of things as well as the spiritual. You have to have that balance to make you a whole person, truly in defense mode. Now, what is spiritual warfare? Spiritual warfare is basically exercising your mind, making your mind strong. And my personal opinion, the scriptures. That's the spiritual warfare that can make your mental strong. Not a lot of atheists and non-religious people in general, just clarifying that, don't believe in scriptures. All right? They don't believe in a supreme being. Now, my personal opinion is that's a problem. That's a problem. But I'm not going to go down the religious rabbit hole with you. At the end of the day, that's on you. But spiritual warfare through scriptures and reading and building your mind can help you get through this chaotic world that we live in. And the problem is, a lot of people that is not religious, you could just see the unbalance in them. They're not grounded people. And what do I mean by grounded? Is they're not people that, I would just say mentally not balanced. they just very chaotic. They just in life they all over the place. I feel my personal opinion. You guys have your own opinion. Through scriptures and especially applying that to your daily life can make you a strong person on the spiritual side, dealing with the spiritual warfare. And how is that? Because with all the propaganda that's being pushed in your brain, you need to be grounded. You need your spiritual side of you need to be strong enough to handle all the propaganda that is within the media and life in general being pushed upon you. Now, you might say, "Great, Mr. Greatness, can you break that down?" The propaganda that just comes in my head real quick is men, how men should carry themselves. This is the spiritual side of things, spiritual warfare. There's the powers that be, they, is breaking down how men should act, how real men should act. Men, and I talked about this on other shows, men is being promoted to be less than less than themselves. They being promoted to be soft by nature, feminine, and even just and that's being pushed heavy. So it's the breaking down of the man for being less than who he is that is destroying his spiritual nature of himself. So if a man is not really acting like a man, is that helping? My question from me to you, is that helping society? For the man to be less than who he is that helping society? Is that making society grow mentally? You know the answer to this. It's shown every day. The way the society is pushed, you have women, then children, then men. That's what's being pushed in society. Every day, men and women. The pecking order. Women, children, then men. A far distant third. He's being pushed to be a homosexual, feminine. Women is being pushed to being masculine. Homosexuals is being pushed. So that spiritual warfare is at its finest to break down the human race and not let them populate. Spiritual warfare. Who is doing this? They, them people, powers that be, different other names, allegedly. So spiritual warfare is very important to have. Building up your psychic self-defense. What do I mean? Psychic self-defense. It's all part of your mental. Being, if you're spiritual, you're able to use what you heard this before, your third eye. What do I mean? Being able to sense, read people. If your spiritual self is strong, you'll be able to pick up a lot faster who your enemies are in your area or a system. They. Again, they. Many of you say, well, who he's talking about? They, them. Your government, allegedly, maybe that will help you understand. If you don't understand that, maybe it's the elitists that's your adversaries, allegedly. Maybe you don't understand what is elitist. The rich, the few men that control the world economy, allegedly. So is that a little bit more clear to you? If not, then you need to start reading books instead of listening to YouTube videos or Facebook on who's sleeping with who or who's dressing like what. I think you need to start focusing on reading books to build up your mind, to make you more aware, to make you more spiritually fit. I think that's also part of spiritual warfare. Reading books to learn about not only yourself, but history. You need to expand your mind. YouTube, Google is great, but you need to read. Read books that will educate your mind. This will also produce strong spiritual warfare. And the problem is, many of you are not spiritually strong. And see, this goes a little bit beyond religion. I'm not telling you pick up the Holy Bible and read it, and then that's going to be all knowledge that you need. That is perspective, that can, but that's not really the only thing I'm trying to reach out and touch and talk to y'all individuals, because some people don't believe in the Bible, or they might believe in the Quran or the Torah. That's good. You should have a foundation, but I'm speaking to a lot of you heathens out here that is not into the Bible or the Torah or the Quran. Then what should you do to build up your spiritual self? Is proper exercise, drinking a lot of water, stop drinking a lot of sugary drinks, meditation, even burning incense. And it's not about chanting while you're burning incense in the house, because smelling stuff, this is a scientific fact. Certain smells around you put you in a certain mood swing. You can smell certain things that can make you angry, make you happy, make you sad, make you glad. You need to align yourself properly. So even taking care of your body, smelling good, looking good, that makes you more disciplined. Being more disciplined also strengthens your spirituality. Therefore, spiritual warfare will be favorable for you to handle what comes to you within society. Hopefully that's more clear to you. So these little things you need to implement in your life to be a better you. So that's why I'm breaking down the difference between the physical warfare and the spiritual warfare. Too many of us is just look at physical warfare, at things that they could see, touch, and versus the spiritual warfare, which is very important. And I broke it down, obviously, with the egg analogy. So therefore, you need to implement these things because you're not going to be taught by the powers that be to strengthen yourself and make yourself complete. You programmed in this day and time to only be a sheep surrounded by wolves, and the wolves are they, they, allegedly. So that's what's out here. You have to be able to do that. It's non-negotiable, especially you black men out there. You definitely need that balance. It's mandatory for you. I can't even. Where should I start? I talk about this many different shows. You black men, you have to. You are considered the bottom of the barrel in terms of society. You're not rated as a human being in theory. Let's be for real. Other races, we know this is true. You individually, okay, you say, okay, well, yeah, it's not you that think that. Okay, it's not you, but your brethren. So it's very important for you black men to be physically fit, spiritually fit in this game of warfare, because nobody cares about you. Just in case this is the first time you listen to the show, nobody cares about you. And it's not about woe is me and you have pity on black men. No, just you black men just have to learn to do for self and know that nobody cares about you, and also be spiritually fit and physically fit to deal with society. That's just the game of life. It is what it is. But in conclusion, most of us human beings have to, if you want to survive, to know the difference with physical warfare and spiritual warfare, and implement that in your life to be strong in both areas if you want to survive. This game of life is not easy, and it's very unfair, and it's a struggle because we all trying to survive to make it in society, and it's hard. It's taxing to all of us. Physically, we got to pay our bills. Physically, we have to work jobs that we hate, but we need to make that dollar to survive. And then when we get home, we so dead tired. We don't want to do anything but sleep. And then wake up the next morning to work again. Just to make enough so you can pay your bills. And then start the cycle all over again. Until you get a weekend. A true full day is that Saturday. But when Saturday goes, then you got Sunday, then you're like, oh God, and you cursing to yourself, I gotta prepare my clothes for a Monday morning. And then next thing you know, Sunday night hit, and then you gotta sleep, and then you wake up in the morning, and guess what? You gotta start the cycle all over again. Physical warfare, spiritual warfare. It's not easy for us, but it's necessary. You just got to make it happen. Thank you for listening.